Alright guys, welcome back to the Super Late Model Series as we are here at Eastern Hills Raceway and we are going to be racing on a 1/4 mile track. We got 75 laps of racing to go tonight, but first we need to qualify, so let's head out onto the track. Let's go! Alright guys, welcome back to the TheCombustionGamer YouTube channel as we get our qualifying lap here for our Florida Racing Super Late Model car. The number 98 Harley EFI car as we get ready to go racing here at Eastern Hills. So this is a very small track, as you can tell. Got a 10.107, the pole is a 9.741, but as we saw at Stanford, we don't necessarily have to have the fastest time, we just have to have consistency, and that's some pretty good consistency right there with our qualifying position. I like it. Alright, we're going to see it on the track here, but let's take a look at who's going where. We got Samantha Bell on pole, we got Brian Ramirez, Harry Nelson, Chase Jones, Eddie Crawford, and Kevin Murphy ahead of us. We also got Robbie Collins, Nick Hill, and Ricky Cox starting out in the top 10. So we'll have to see how that all transpires. But Harry Nelson and Samantha Bell and Eddie Crawford, those are the guys closest to us in the points, so we got to watch out for them. So let's get ready to go racing here at Eastern Hills Raceway. Alright guys, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It helps out the channel a whole lot. Plus also, don't forget to check out the merch store. Thanks. Alright guys, so a few changes to the settings. We got ourselves some stronger AI. Made them a bit stronger here, so we'll see how that changes out the course of the race. Got ourselves 75 laps to race around this 1/4 mile track. And we also added some tire wear, so there's going to be some slight, ever so slight tire wear throughout the course of this race, so we're going to have to see how that affects our racing result, because I actually forgot to turn on some tire wear earlier on, so we're going to have to see how this affects us and also the AI, as they have the same thing going on with them, just a little bit of tire wear going on throughout the course of the race, so we'll have to see how that all transpires here. But you can see, very fast little course, not necessarily in speed, but just in how fast the corners come up and how fast things change as we get ourselves set up here to see who's racing around us. And we're already coming to lap some of the field, so we're getting under Chase Jones there, so we're going to get around him. Harry Nelson, Samantha Bell up in front. We also got the number 71 Chase Jones underneath us here, going to rough us up there just a little bit. And we're going to send him into the wall. He ended up getting stuck on our front end, could not turn, so that's what happened there. So Ned Hill for you. Brian Ramirez, actually. Keep getting those guys mixed up. Alrighty, so we got the 94 here in front of us. That's Kevin Murphy. We want to get around him if we can. That's terrible entry into the corner. Try and clean this up just a bit as we continue to take some damage to the front end, but using the bumper on this course is to some degree necessary to be able to get around people here, so I have to just keep an eye on that. Got Chase Jones somewhere right beside us, I think, here in the X90, the Y90. Yep, that's him right there, so we got to make sure we get around him. Nobody behind us outside. So yeah, you can see just that little bit of tire wear there. Got the 199 stuck on our bumper. He's going to get loose, come back on track, and good. So there we go. We are now free to continue around the track here. Got a little bit loose there on the rear end. Gonna watch how much you put the throttle down just to make sure. And we're getting spun out there by Brian Ramirez, trying to look underneath us. Lots of damage and lots of tippers, and the AI definitely seem to be just a tad bit more aggressive. We got the 45 of Samantha Bell checking out right now. We've been kind of fighting around, so we haven't really had a whole lot of time to put some consistent laps down. We only have 59 laps to go, so it's not that terrible. 18 laps clear completed, so plenty of time to work, but still. She's 3.6 seconds up there ahead of us, so we gotta kind of work on that there. Harry Nelson was slowly bringing him back. We got Brian Ramirez underneath us here. He's gonna end up going by. Gonna give him a bit of a push there as we get stuck in the traffic that's running the low line here. There's Harry Nelson right there in the 4. We actually caught up to him, gave him a bit of a push. The guys at the shop going to have a lot to work on here when we get this Pro Late model back to the shop, because we are basically destroying it here. As you can see, the damage there. We got that real slow tire wear here that's just going to slowly eat away at some of the grip that we got to make racing a little bit more interesting. Obviously didn't want to go crazy with the tire wear, just so that we make sure that we keep tires on the car. But yeah, definitely a little bit of a different beast with the tire wear there, as we have gotten around. Get back to my information board. Samantha Bell there, who got stuck in traffic. I forget how many cars we put on this track, but I think it's too many for the size of the track there. You can see everybody getting really stuck together in a group there. Car kind of bit into the ground there just a bit, kind of spun the car. Got the 55 underneath us. 87 in front of him, and we got the 55 stuck on our nose. Get out from behind that. Get 87, 81. Got past him. So everybody kind of gets stacked up there. You can see that, and just nobody really running the top or anything. I don't think you really can run the top on this track. We can try, but yeah, it just doesn't quite have as much grip. I mean, we could try it. Let's see here. It works, I guess. That's a 10.39. Got the 53 in our way there. Try and run the top here again. 10.34. Alright, looks like we're pretty much clear, so we'll run a few laps up on the top here, see if that changes our lap times at 10.291. So running the top, that seems to be making a pretty big difference. Also being in open air, that makes a huge difference as well. Let's see here, 10.201. Got a little bit on the offside on that turn there. Dive it in here. Running the top seems like it works actually pretty good. There's a 10.553, but we got really loose into turn 1 and 2. Got Harry Nelson. He has taken over the second spot, so very important to keep an eye on that for the points' sake. 10.602, so not quite as fast as we had been. 10.66. I mean, we're running consistently. Consistent times up there. Nobody's really catching us. Looks like we're putting a pretty good hurting on Harry Nelson there time-wise. So once you get clear, our car does a really, really good job, and we can kind of clear these guys. But I'm sure as we keep on doing this, they're going to pick up their aggression and keep working on their setups, and they're going to become better. Got into the 129 there a little bit. Looks like a Jeremy Mayfield throwback to when he was running Kmart and Little Caesars. Kind of a cool paint scheme. There we go, 35 laps remaining here at this bull ring. We got the 71, Brian Ramirez. He's been definitely aggressive today, trying to be the number 2 man so far in front of Harry Nelson. So trying to get more points. He definitely needs them. So there we go, 33 laps. We got the 25 spinning. We're able to avoid it there. There's a caution. That's going to bunch us all up. Ned Hill is a lap down, so only 9 cars on the lead lap. That's our first caution so far in this series. And here we go, back to racing. We're going to get our board up here. We got Harry Nelson, Samantha Bell trying to get that spot. We're going to try and run the high line there, but the car's not quite liking that. Samantha Bell able to get beside us there, and as you see, caution laps do not count. They had to add 2 extra laps while we all got stacked back up. So aggression back up here as everybody's working that bottom line. We were doing really good here in the top, but I think that's because everyone else was stuck in traffic. So we're gonna try and, yeah, they're doing some great laps right now because we're doing a 10:20, a 10:2. See what this is? Yeah, 10:3. So they're being aggressive right now. They are moving out. Nice to see that aggression. So now we're going to get back into traffic. That was a 10:34. Going to try and get underneath the 53. That's going to get us into Chase Jones there. That's going to send us up the track. Brian Ramirez there in the 74, I believe. 71. One of those 70s. Be able to get by us. Going to dive down in there. Going to get in the Crawford just a little bit. Car kind of shot around on us there. Get back to work here as we are currently in 5th. Kevin Murphy, Brian Ramirez right there in front of us. We need to get to them. Using the brake just a little bit into the turn there. That seemed to help out a bunch. Oh yeah, 10:192. So car came alive for us. There we go, there's the 3rd, so we're slowly getting back into a good groove, so tires just had to warm up some, it feels like. Kevin Murphy's underneath us, there we go, that's going to move us up just a tad, going to get past the Jeremy Mayfield throwback car. Let's see, who do we got, we got Harry Nelson right here in the 4. No more car, that's going to get us by him, we're going to get past this 50 here as well. That's going to get us the 2nd. You can see Samantha Bell has really just checked out once again, having a great race so far. Kind of fell back there for a bit with Brian Ramirez, but he's fallen back. Not a good on the restarts. He definitely seems like he's better on the long run, it seems like. We'll try and get past this 83 here. There we go, slowly gonna try and eat away at that 45's lead. And we're doing a pretty good job as she has caught the lap traffic. We only have 15 laps to go, so we gotta make it stick as the 25 gets in our way there a bit. Running some good lap times. There's a 10:2. I like that. So car has come back to life here. A little bit on the spin on the tires there as we get 10.27. Got the 69 here right in front of us. Get past him. 12 laps to go. Get 10.38. A little bit slower. And there she is right there, 45. Try and use the high line here. Really the only clear space on the track at the moment, and we made it work. 10.81. I think that's what it's all. Alright, we're going to try and get underneath the 03. Totally got loose there. Get the car gathered back up. Everybody's continuing on. Trying to make that move a little bit too quickly. Tires did not like that. We are back in the lead here. Got the 53. He's gotten stuck in traffic. Gonna end up putting him a lap down here. Yeah, we got some pretty hot tire temps that the tires are not liking what we've been doing, but we can kind of cool them off here a bit because we just need to slowly move through the traffic. We got 2 seconds on Samantha Bell. We can slowly, ever so slowly, work our way around here. Harry Nelson moving up to the 2nd spot, racing. Everybody gets gathered back up. We got the 20 stuck on our front bumper. 3 laps remaining here. Get back past the 50 again. So we'll have to see how many laps these guys are down, but they're down quite a bit, I'd say. Yeah, and so Kevin Ramirez, or Brian Ramirez, one of the Ramirez, definitely has lost quite a bit as we have one lap to go, presented by Combustion Gamer Gear. We can get your Florida Racing merch, and we will win for the second time in the season. And we have a very beat up car that we're going to have to work on back at the shop. So let's take a look here, and you can see 5 laps. Lots of guys 5 laps down. And we look at Eddie Crawford right there in the 53, 1 lap down, so he's not going to point his way too well there. Brian Rivers falls to 6th. We got Chase Jones at the 5th, Kevin Murphy in 4th, Harry Nelson, Samantha Bell, those two right there staying consistent in their finishing position. Of course, we get another win in this series as well. That's going to help us out a whole lot. And so there we go. We got our point standings. Harry Nelson currently in 2nd in the point standings with 190. We got Samantha Bell there in 3rd. Chase Jones in 4th. Kevin Murphy in 5th. Brian Ramirez in 6th. Eddie Crawford has fallen to 161 points in 7th. Robbie Collins in 8th. Ned Hill in 9th. And Ricky Cox there in 10th, and we currently lead with a total of 2 for 2 so far in the series, so very, very nice. So I'd like to see that. Next up on the schedule is the Mountain Shadows Raceway, so that's where we're going to be heading to here next. So we're going to see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time with Florida Racing and the Super Late Model Championship. Bye-bye.